Hello, today's video we have the following content.
Xiao Zhan strikes back. The legend of the Condor Heroes leads the Spring Festival, and the box office legend witnesses its growth. The pre-sale box office of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero exceeded 320 million yuan. The leading actor Xiao Zhan went from a supporting role to the leading male lead in the Spring Festival, and his dedication and hard work won recognition. The popularity of the movie is also attributed to the Xiao Zhan fan effect. Xiao Zhan has not forgotten his original intention and has demonstrated his social responsibility through public welfare. His success story is moving. From the edge to the center, Xiao Zhan's inspirational road and box office legend. The competition for movies in the Spring Festival is fierce, and it is a battleground for military strategists. And the most eye-catching dish in this New Year's Eve dinner this year is The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero. The pre-sale box office exceeded 320 million yuan, which is not an achievement that can be achieved by just shouting slogans. It not only squeezed into the top 5 pre-sale box office in Chinese film history, but also brought a shiny new label to the leading male lead in the Spring Festival for the leading actor Xiao Zhan. Think about a few years ago, he was just a small transparent in film and television dramas, and now he is standing in the center of the spotlight. This growth trajectory is too much like a life of cheating. Let's start from the beginning. Have you seen Monster Hunt 2 in 2018? Maybe you didn't notice him at all. At that time, Xiao Zhan's role was so small that you couldn't even find his name on the poster, but his seriousness was not discounted at all. He acted steadily and accumulated experience bit by bit, just like building a high-rise building. Each brick was laid solidly. These inconspicuous supporting roles not only trained his acting skills, but also quietly laid the groundwork for the future. Just a few years later, look at now. Xiao Zhan directly jumped to the C position in the Spring Festival blockbuster, and also took on the classic role of Guo Jing. Isn't it a bit mysterious? In fact, it's not surprising. He proved himself step by step with his professional attitude and hard work. In the new film, he is fully committed and interprets the spirit of the great hero for the country and the people. Director Sui Hark has a high opinion of him, saying that he is not only willing to endure hardships, but also has potential. Apart from anything else, he really worked hard to practice kung fu and learn horse riding for this role. This kind of professionalism is quite admirable. Back to the popularity of this movie, do you think that the performance of the actress alone is enough? Of course not. Behind the popularity of The Legend of the Condor Heroes is another key factor, the fan effect. Everyone knows that Xiao Zhan is a top star at home and abroad with a huge group of die-hard supporters. Whether it is a TV series or an endorsement product, as long as his name is involved, it will always attract attention and discussion. This time is the same. From the official announcement, fans have been busy, buying tickets and promoting, and they are full of firepower throughout the whole process. A movie has not yet been released, but it has already earned enough topics and expectations, which is rare in the entertainment industry. Of course, we can't just see the surface scenery and ignore the efforts behind it. From the supporting role of a TV series to becoming the leading actor today, everyone knows that this is a difficult road to walk. But he insists on his own rhythm, without being eager for quick success, but taking every step steadily. What kind of attitude towards life is this? It is to not forget the original intention, always maintain passion for the career, and be responsible to the audience. Outside the screen, he has shown more people his more human side beyond the star profession through charity activities and social responsibility. So what's next? In the Spring Festival of 2025, The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero will be officially released. I guess, by then, the cinema will definitely be a carnival feast. Not only because the film itself is full of passion and chivalry, but also because it is a true transformation display. From an unknown little actor to now supporting the core of the entire blockbuster, he tells us with practical actions that a person's efforts can really change a lot of things. And how can such a story not be moving? Finally, I can't help but ask, should we rethink the efforts and persistence behind these so-called successful people? Don't always stare at the results, take a good look at how much suffering they have gone through to achieve their achievements. If you can't even do this, it's really a waste of a little heart infected by inspiration. Anyway, for me, after reading these, I am really convinced. He not only represents personal achievements, but also part of the rise of the new generation of power in the Chinese film industry. With so many young and talented actors emerging, we can expect the future to be even more exciting. So the question is, are you ready to go to the cinema to witness it all? The most controversial one is The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero, directed by Tsui Hark, starring Xiao Zhan and Zhuang Dafei, and reportedly with an investment of over 400 million yuan. Tsui Hark's version of the Condor Heroes box office trend. Tsui Hark's version of the Condor Heroes ranked first in pre-sale box office, but fell to fourth on the first day of release, and has now withdrawn from the top camp. Xiao Zhan's fans strongly support the original fans, who are disappointed. The film's premiere reputation is extremely polarized, either 5-star praise or 1-star or 2-star bad reviews. Xiao Zhan's fans give unanimous support, while the original fans and martial arts fans are extremely disappointed. Some people commented that it is the worst of the Spring Festival, and Tony Lun Cafe plays the role of Wu Yangfeng, the Western poison, and his acting skills are not fully utilized. Tsui Hark's version of the Condor Heroes, Innovation and Controversy. Tsui Hark's version of the Condor Heroes tries to add new elements in literary sensationalism, and Xiao Zhan's performance has improved. However, the biggest problem is that it deviates from the story that the audience is familiar with and is far from a traditional martial arts film. Xiao Zhan's version of Guojing is recognized. This movie is adapted from Jin Yuang's The Legend of the Condor Heroes. It has been questioned since it was announced, especially the leading actors Xiao Zhan and Zhuang Dafei, who have never supported the reputation and box office of the movie alone. Xiao Zhan is the male protagonist who has received much attention. Although fans were optimistic about it at first, many non-fans also expressed doubts. However, after watching Tsui Hark's version of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, Xiao Zhan performed very hard, and even those who are not as fans think he is not bad, and he has hardly received any criticism. The charm of Zhuang Dafei's version of Wang Rong is questioned. The problem with Zhuang Dafei is that she is very different from Wang Rong in the original work in terms of appearance and temperament. Although she is full of heroism, she lacks a sense of cuteness. It is not clear what point of her can attract Guojing. Tsui Hark's The Legend of the Condor Heroes, the name of martial arts. Originally, I had a little expectation for Tsui Hark's version of The Legend of the Condor Heroes, because in this era when martial arts films are becoming increasingly scarce, it is already very courageous to have such a movie appear. In addition, Tsui Hark is good at this kind of subject matter, both writing and directing, which adds to the expectations. However, after watching for more than 2 hours, there is very little real martial arts content, and there are even more battle scenes than martial arts elements. The 5 wonders of the Central Plains have few roles in the return of the Condor Heroes. The martial arts masters' 5 wonders of the Central Plains only appear briefly and are no longer mentioned after a brief appearance. The East Evil Wang Naoshi does not even appear in a positive image. Guojing and Wu Yangfeng fight each other in the air. The most disappointing thing is that the fight between Guojing and Wu Yangfeng has become a fight in the air, especially Guojing played by Xiao Zhan, who relies almost entirely on action gestures and special effects. Some people even feel like watching a superhero in a Marvel movie. The deviation of The Legend of the Condor Heroes. The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero deviates from the theme and fails to fully show the spirit of the Condor Heroes and chivalry. Instead, it mainly tells the love story of Guojing and Wang Rong. Tsui Hark's new work pays tribute to Wong Kar-wai. Tsui Hark seems to want to try something different this time, with a bit of Wong Kar-wai style. The rivers and lakes are big, and the rivers and lakes are small. Such lines make people a little dazed. Love is part of martial arts films, but the casting problem makes Guojing and Wang Rong lack the CP feeling. In comparison, Guojing's love and hate are more vivid. The rationality of the plot is affected by the love scenes. The proportion of love in the movie is too large, which weakens its rationality. Especially at the end, Guojing and Wang Rong tried to stop the army with their own strength, which was like a child's play and unconvincing. Tsui Hark's version of The Legend of the Condor Heroes has many problems. This adaptation of the Condor Heroes is chaotic, resulting in a poor rhythm of the film. Tsui Hark's version of the Condor Heroes has more problems, and what is particularly worrying is that it also has an obscure name. The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero, also known as the Condor Trilogy 1. Tsui Hark plans to shoot the Condor Trilogy, seeing that The Legend of the Condor Heroes, The Greatest Hero has an investment of over 400 million yuan. You know that this is not simple. High-cost martial arts films in China are rare. Now it is known that Tsui Hark plans to shoot the Condor Trilogy, and the second and third parts are expected. Pre-sales of Sui Hark's version of the Condor Heroes slow down the reputation and box office of the first part of Sui Hark's version of the Condor Heroes need to be strong to pave the way for the sequel. But its pre-sale momentum has slowed down. The film is currently behind Nezha, The Devil Boy Conquers the Dragon King, Detective Chinatown 1900 and the second part of The God.
Thank you for watching the video. If this is your first time watching a video, please subscribe to the channel, like and leave your comments to help us develop your channel.